YouTube, it's me, Bree. Today I'm thrilled to be collaborating with the phenomenal Brooke Passmore to share some mistakes we made as young writers as well as the lessons we learned from them. In this video, I'm sharing 3 of my biggest mistakes. When you're done watching, make sure you click over and check out Brooke's video as well. Number 1, sharing my first draft. Way back in high school, when I finished my first book, it was really just a first draft, I gave it to my English teacher and asked her if she could read it and provide some feedback. This was a huge mistake. I hadn't taken the time to read through the draft or even correct little things like typos or misspellings before I gave it to her. When she finished it, she handed it back to me with some pretty weak encouragement and enough red pen to make it look like it was bleeding. Naturally, I was devastated. I thought I would never be able to publish a book if I was such a terrible writer. I didn't realize then that almost everyone has shitty first drafts. It's just that most people don't share them with anyone. Now, I highly recommend you keep your first draft to yourself. Even if you have beta readers or an editor, you should finish your first draft and polish it up a bit before sending it off to anyone else. You'll not only save yourself some mental anguish, you'll also make it easier on anyone else who has to read it. Plus, if you're only showing your first draft to yourself, it takes some of the pressure off and makes it easier to finish. Number 2, not finding a writing community sooner. Writing is largely a solitary activity. As writers, most of our work is done alone with no one to help us or distract us. However, this doesn't mean you have to go through your whole writing career alone. You should find some kind of writing community, whether online through platforms like YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter, or offline through writers groups and meetups. Finding a writing community has made my journey so much easier. It's nice to know I'm not alone, especially when I'm dealing with a plot hole or another problem in my work in progress. Don't make the same mistake I did. Find your tribe and let them help you along your writing journey. Number 3, letting other people tell me what to write. Once upon a time, I wrote fan fiction. I loved writing fan fiction. The only reason I stopped was that I had several people make fun of me for doing it or ask me why I wasn't spending my time on something more productive like writing an original piece. They made me feel ashamed about writing fan fiction, and even though it was something that I enjoyed, that shame led me to stop writing fan fiction altogether. A few years later in college, I majored in English, concentrated in creative writing. This meant I had to take a lot of workshop classes. If you've never taken a workshop class, it looks a little something like this. You're required to write a short piece or 2 a week, share it with your classmates, and listen to their feedback. I wrote what I thought were some pretty solid short stories in these workshop classes, but a lot of them were genre fiction. My classmates didn't mind reading genre fiction. After all, that is what sells and what most people enjoy reading. But my professors didn't like it. They wanted everyone in the program to only write literary fiction. Now, this video isn't going to be just me shitting on literary fiction because it does work for a lot of people and there have been authors who've made entire careers writing literary fiction. However, literary fiction tends to sell less than other genres of books. What's more, it's not even something I personally enjoy writing. Rather than standing up for myself or making waves in the program, I put my head down and set to work writing literary short fiction the way my professors wanted me to. And for the rest of my time in the writing program, all the short stories I wrote were literary fiction. Once I graduated and learned more about what it takes to publish a book as well as what books tend to sell better, I realized that I wanted to go back to writing genre fiction. Armed with this knowledge and none of the training, I basically had to start over when it came to learning about writing. Along the way, I discovered which categories and genres I actually liked writing. Those were young adult horror and contemporary fantasy, and I kicked myself for not starting sooner. Don't let anybody tell you what to write. You don't need to listen to anyone but yourself when it comes to picking what genre or category you're going to stick with. If you like writing a certain genre, go wild, write that genre. You'll be so much happier doing that than you would be if you catered to someone else's whims. That's all the time I have for today. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, and ding that bell so you never miss an upload. Also, leave a comment below letting me know what mistakes you made as a young writer. Once again, I want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you for all your encouragement and generosity. It really does mean the world to me. If you're not currently supporting me on Patreon, consider donating $1 or more a month towards supporting my YouTube channel and my writing and receive some cool rewards in the process. I want to give another big thank you to Brooke Passmore for collaborating with me on this video. I'll leave a link to hers in the down bar. Make sure you go and watch it after you're finished with this one. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!